Hey guys, so welcome back to our barge duovagari here on the water. You're very lucky to be getting another video so soon after we just released a video yesterday, but there was a slight little issue. I don't know if any of you picked it up. We spoke about water and I left a whole section out, so I'm going to be doing that today. We are in the bathroom. We are finishing up the bathroom today. So I thought, what better way to talk about water when you're in the bathroom? So guys, if you didn't watch yesterday's video, episode 61, go back, catch yourself up with that video and then head back to this one. And today's video, we're basically just talking about water and answering all your questions. There have been quite a few questions about how we get water, what we do with our waste, and all that jazz. So we're going to address that today. So we do have our generator out this morning because I am doing quite a few things this morning. As you know, we have a 400-litre tank and we only have one of them. That's our tank in there that we installed in one of the previous episodes that you can go and check up on. But yeah, we have one in there, and soon there will be another one going in here when this mess is gone and we've finished most of the building. Like I said, the generator's on, so it is a little bit noisy. I'm sorry, but I am doing the washing machine, which requires water this morning. I am also making myself a cup of coffee, which requires the kettle, which requires water. And we have washed the dishes this morning, which requires water. And yes, the question is, where do you do your dishes at the moment? Because we don't have a sink, and we do it in the bath. It's the only place we can do it until we get our dishwasher plumbed in and our sink plumbed in. Right, Christopher, where do we get our water from?
Well, it comes from the sky sometimes. It's something called precipitation.
Oh, don't get into that.
No,
just tell me where you get the water from.
So in our case, it's every second or third lock. We normally just ask the lock keeper and he'll advise us if it's up ahead on the left or the right hand side and how to moor up. Normally there's a dedicated mooring for it. He also lets you know if there's a rubbish disposal point, because those are littered around to make life easy.
And this is basically what most water points on the Thames look like. It is a little green box which has your tap in it. It normally has a sign that says water point, and then each one has a specific sign explaining how to use the water. Some of them are luxurious and have an extra tap on the side, which can be used for bottled water or for your dogs, which is quite handy. So yes, everything that goes into our tank we make sure is drinking water, so that when we fill up our kettle from our taps in our bath or our basin, we are sure that it is drinking water and not other disgusting dirty water straight from the river. However, we have tried something new recently.
Welcome to the River Thames, one of the biggest and most famous rivers in the world. Today we're going to test out the ETEL water filtration system. We're going to be drinking water directly from this river that's run through a mobile machine. Let's do this.
Thank you to ETEL for today's video sponsor.
Right guys, so right now we're about to test out our ETEL water filtration system that they've sent us to test. I've already put the 2 cartridges in. They give you this cool little cartridge spanner that you're able to just tighten the cartridges in.
Your ETEL water purifier comes with 2 cartridges, a row and a hybrid filter. Your hybrid filter effectively filters sediment, rust, suspended matter and other large particles, while your row filter efficiently removes contaminants like fluoride, limescale and heavy metals.
Once they're already fitted the right way, the lid will close. If they're not fitted all the way, the lid doesn't close. It does have a cool little charging port over here, so you can plug it in and charge it up so you can use it on the go. No need to actually have a power source. An on and off button, your RO and your hybrid function. This is the inlet. They've given us this handy hose that we're going to chuck in the water. It's got this cool little filter on it with all these little balls in it. Say to run the machine for about 30 minutes before you try and drink the water when you're running it for the very first time. So we're just going to fill the pool with it this time. and then we'll carry on running it and test it out and see how clean it is. I'm interested to see how well this works, because sometimes you do run out of water and you're far from the water point. It would be nice to be able to make some drinking water and not having to go look for bottled water. So we already have steady flow water. The blue pipe is basically filtered water but are not drinkable or for cooking with, and the white pipe is pure drinking water, the cleanest it can be. So what we're going to do is we're going to let it run for about 30 minutes so that it can just work through the system, and then we're going to take a sample on about 2 inches of water, and that's where we're going to use this handy thing, a TDS meter. What a TDS meter does is it measures for particles in the water. Basically you want a lower reading so you can check how many solids are dissolved in the water. It doesn't really tell you minerals, but it gives you a good indication of water quality. Alrighty, so we've been running it now for about 35 minutes. So we're going to fill these 3 glasses with 3 different kinds of water. We're going to test them out and see the difference. And this is straight from the river, so I mean it looks pretty clean.
To be honest, it looks cleaner than the water we have in our tank.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it looks cleaner than the water that's down there, that's for sure. Filters are definitely doing the job.
Mind you, they all look pretty clean.
That's not bad for straight out the Thames, eh?
No.
I mean, look at that. That's pretty decent. We have the Thames, we have the semi-clean water, and then we have the water you're supposed to be able to drink. This is our TDS meter. It's on 0 at the moment. So if we dip it in, this one is on 654 parts per million, which is pretty insane. That's pretty dirty. That's like a lot of solids. Wow.
You swam in that today.
331. Okay, so that's still not clean enough to drink, but like it's on the borderline. They reckon like 150 to 300 is where you want to aim for. 29. Okay, I think that's pretty clean. Cheers. That tastes pretty good. Let's get some bottled water and test that. Alright guys, so the ultimate test. I got ourselves some spring water straight from the shop today, straight in the fridge. Let's see what it's like. Let's see how bad it is.
No.
What? Okay.
No way.
So the filter takes even more out than you get from your bottled water straight from the shop.
No way.
I'm impressed. So if you guys liked what you see today and you'd like to test out an ETEL water filter for yourselves, please check out the link in the description down below and let us know what you think.
So I must say, it is quite nice to have the ETEL as a backup for drinking water. However, it would take quite a lot of time to fill up our water tank. I think it will probably take about 10 hours to fill 400 litres, which is quite a long time because it is a small machine. However, it's still handy to have as a backup. The next big question is, how long does your tank last? With our 400 litre tank, we can either, for 1 week, for example, have 3 full baths and a shower every day, including maybe 3 loads of washing and washing the dishes. And if we're really good and I don't have a bubble bath or fill the bath up to the brim, then we can shower every day, do the dishes, have drinking water, and do a couple loads of laundry, and that will last us 2 weeks. So 400 litres will either last 1 week, depending if we're really good with the water, or sorry, should I say really bad with the water, and 2 weeks if we're really good with the water. Right guys, so I know this is a completely random video about our water on the boats. However, I did forget to add this to our previous video, like I said in the beginning, episode 61. This should have been in there, so I'm terribly sorry about that, but here we go. You guys get an extra bonus video for fun, and I get to answer your questions as well. So join us on the next one as we start completing with a few decorations.